Hi, my name is Minjae Chong. I am from Agilent Technologies. So I represent Agilent in the storage standards such as SATA and SAS. Today I'm going to give you an update on what you need in order to put your product on the SATA integrators list. From the high level of the SATA standards, there is an organization called the SATA IO, or Serial ATA International Organization, that's been chartered to look into the standards and maintaining the standards. From the high level, that is the SATA IO board members. These are the founding members of the SATA standards. They include Dell, HP, Hitachi, Intel, Maxim, Seagate, and Western Digital. And below that board of directors layer, there is the lower layer called the marketing work group. So this marketing work group charter is to promote the SATA technology. And right below the marketing work group is the technical integration work group. And this technical integration work group will look at all the technical aspects of the specifications. There are four main work groups beneath the technical integration work group, and they are the digital work group, which look at the protocol layer specifications. And then there is the Capcom work group, which look at cable and connectors. And then the physical work group, which look at the physical layer of the aspect of the spec, as well as the logo work group that define how the testing is being done for the products. So first of all, what is SATA integrators list? So it's a list when your product has been certified. Your product will be up in the list to show your vendor, the supplier, or any of the member of the SATA IO that your product has been certified. So many of the manufacturers wants their product to be up there because it shows that their product has run through a set of stringent tests that meet the SATA IO requirement. Before I move on, I would like to give you an overview of the SATA ecosystem. What are the different ecosystems there are in the SATA industry. Basically, they can be divided into four different ecosystems. The computing, which include your laptops, the PCs, servers, and so on. And then the next one is the portable, which includes some of the tablet and mobile computing. And then there's the entertainment piece, which involve consumer products such as a TV with a SATA connector and SATA slot. And the SATA has been doing a pretty good job in the standards, introducing different specifications to address the needs of all these different ecosystems. So there is the I spec, which is really for the PC market, that you can connect up the hard drive to the host via a cable. And then there is the eSATA, that is for the portable and mobile computing, allowing a portable device to be connected to a computer externally. So you have the eSATA spec to address that need. And then there is the mSATA for the emerging mobile and tablet computing. So there is really these small form factor devices that couldn't afford the long cable in between the host and the drive. So you have the direct connection between the host and the drive via direct connect. So there's no cable in between, and this is again addressed by the mSATA spec. And finally, there is also a new spec called the U specifications that addresses the consumer products. So again, something similar to the tablet and mobile. This connector is available on consumer products such as your television and some other portable devices that allow you to plug in a drive directly to that connector. And for this application, the SATA IO has came out with the U-SATA specifications as well. So before I move on, I'd like to talk about the two methods your device or your products can be certified. The first one is through the SATA IO workshop. So you can take your products to the SATA IO workshop, which is held twice a year, and get your product certified there. And I know that sometimes it's challenging because it may not fit into your design cycle or your product release cycle. So you really you want your products to be tested off cycle of the workshop. So you may also choose to take your product to the test labs to be certified. So you may need to pay a service fee for that certification, and they will do the testing process for you. And if your product passes, your product will get on the integrators list as well. In order to perform for the test requirement, there are basically two main requirements for testing interoperability. The first one requires test and measurement tools. So you need, say, a scope or bit error rate tester in order to qualify your designs. And the next one is system interoperability, which doesn't involve any tools, but you need to interop with another product. So these are the two main requirements for you to certify your products. And in terms of the test and measurement tools, there are three broad main categories for certifications. The first one is the physical layer, where you test the transmitter, receiver, and return loss performance of your products. And the second one would be the digital specifications, the protocol side. And the third one is the cable, which tests how well the cable performs in accordance to the SATA specifications. And then the system interoperability, as I mentioned earlier, it doesn't involve any test tools, but you need to interop with a few golden devices provided by the SATA I/O and make sure that your product works with those golden products. So I've talked a lot about SATA, so I'd like to just go really quick to talk about SAS. The organization of SAS is very similar to SATA, so they are governed by SCATC Trade Association, so they overlook the entire SAS standards. But one unique difference between the SAS and the SATA is that the SAS technical work groups are separated from the SCATC Trade Association. So there is a different technical integration work group that look into the specifications itself. Again, they are called a T10, which is part of the IEEE organization, and they are subdivided into different sub-work groups that look at the protocol, the cables, the connectors, and also the physical layer of the specifications. So Agilent is active in the 5 work group, especially they are now working on the SAS 3 12 gigabits per second specifications. The main difference between the SAS and SATA standards also is on the compliance requirement. So I talk about SATA, that all the products has to go through the compliance testing in order to be able to market those products. But that is totally different in SAS, because SAS is not really consumer products. It is used in server applications. So it's really quite difficult to find SAS products in the market. And for SAS, there is no official compliance requirement, but there is some tests documentation that is written up by UNH-IOL. So there are test labs within the University of New Hampshire that write a conformant test suite that you can use to test your products as well. So Agilent provide a compliance solution based on the documentation written by UNH-IOL.